Yeah, it's a great victory because I would say because of the bowlers especially, who are all young players who are debutants in this tour. And they have done the trick, I think. Other than that, it's a special victory because anyway, 2 years before also, I think India won the series in Australia. So something this time is special is because a lot of players are injured and not playing. So the young players have been performed and won the match. So that was something special.
Yes, and the 50-run partnership between Pant and Sundar, enough to help India pocket the match in the series.
Yeah, I can't tell about anything else. I've said because the youngsters have done the job, and especially all young players because senior player was not there. So it's just something great about it. And also, I would say they got out for 36, one test match. So coming back after that is a great thing. So they have done it. So it's a great victory for Indian team.
Murli, I want to ask you a question. You played against Australia many times in Australia, and in fact, you have done well there. In Australia, when players from subcontinent, especially India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, these teams play in Australia, they resort to mind games. This was evident during your time also. They tried to, demean players from Asian subcontinent by throwing many things like mind game. About chucking and all that. So how important it is for the Asian teams to give them the fitting reply the way the Indian team has given them the fitting reply. Do you remember those times when you were publicly heckled by certain Australian crowd, and also mind games played by the Australian teams? How important it is for an Asian cricket team playing the nation to give them the fitting reply? Murli.
See, it's part and parcel of the sport, right? So you can't grumble about anything what's happening in the country. Every country has their faults. But the unique thing is when we played, last 2 decades, the Australian team is clearly one of the
Murli, they should not be crossing the line. Clearly.
Sorry. No. See. I'm saying they were greatest team.
Yeah, like mind games and also racial slur. For example...
Unbeaten players. They have been, if you say that the players who played for Australia before was such a great teams. So at the moment, last about 7-8 years, Australia is not good as other teams. India have been one of the best sides for last 4-5 years.
But Murli, what I'm trying to ask you is, they might be the greatest teams. They might have won many World Cup. That's all right.
That is not done by the players.
No.
It is part and parcel of the game. If you're a sportsman, you have to take it. So you can't grumble about it. Okay?
Yes. Yes, Murli, but my question was, when you play the mind game, especially the Australian captain played mind games, and also the Australian crowd, the way they were heckling Indian players, this similar thing happened with you also. When you were playing against Australia some 10 years back, we still remember they were continuously giving banters to you. Yes.
No, it's part and parcel of a sportsman. If you go to any other country, it might happen. So if some Australia team also comes, India, it will happen. So it's part and parcel. You can't. Very difficult to say that. Okay. Thanks.
Right, Murli.